Happy New Year. We made it in 2024. Finally. Uh, so I've caught a few, I guess, videos and just commentaries within the VC, and it seems like 2023 may not have been the best year for everybody. Just not the strongest in general. There were some ups and downs, and for some people, it was more downs than ups. And I think, as for myself, I can kind of agree or kind of feel in line with a lot of your thoughts. And hopefully 2024 looks up for a lot of us. I hope it's better for all you guys out there. And just the climate of the world and the situation, things are more expensive than they ever have been. And there's been some shakeups with just collectors, and the way we collect. So I decided to start the year off with this video with just some acknowledgments and some thank yous. And so I have sort of racked up some things that I wanted to just show and just briefly talk about and just acknowledge people who sent stuff my way. And just some other things too that I thought just needed some mentions. So nothing too crazy or elaborate for this. So just kind of also an excuse to churn out more content because I've not been churning out a whole lot of stuff like I wanted to. I do want to. Last year, 2023, has been a very participating in the VC, I guess, goings on. My throat's kind of scratchy, so it's hard for me to really get the words out. Anywho, so I entered a lot of contests. I did some thread responses because there are a lot of milestones have been hit, and I've as I already explained, I also ran my own contest this last year, so I'm still thinking in 2023 mode. So I got to keep saying last year, not this year. So right before I turned on this camera, I actually missed Kellen's from Killing for Company, and he did a I guess what you call, I wouldn't say a contest entry, but more like a response to the contest. So it's kind of just his picks of what would have been, whereas my contest, Identity in Crisis, and he did his picks, and he also did one for Simon from the Explosive Action channel, who hit 5,000 subscribers, and it was about 3 albums and three movies. So Kellen went through a personal, him and his wife Corinne went through a personal tragedy, and not to elaborate on or anything, but it sucks. And so I hope things look up for you too, Kellen. 2024, such a bummer, man. But he did a live stream. He just talked about what would have been his picks, and he felt bad about missing the contest, which is completely okay, man. But despite that, it was so cool that you did do the video, the live stream, in acknowledgement of the contest for Simon and I. So very, very cool. He's a very awesome guy. He's always, you can catch him on the Wednesday nights album clubs. Part of the Heavy Metallurgy crew. He does the occasional review for the Heavy Metallurgy channel, and that's definitely something that I want to be more involved with too. So I have done some Heavy Metallurgy reviews, but not as frequent as I'd like. So definitely would like to do more of that in the coming year. So enough babbling. So quick acknowledgement. 2023, what happened? So heavy metal, one of the icons, Ozzy Osbourne, hit 75 years old. So this is where we're at right now. So I decided to at least bring this up because, birthdays are a big deal. Not all of us hit 75. That's pretty old for a metalhead. And Ozzy Osbourne, one of the OGs, what's another one? Fucking Show No Mercy. This right here hit 40 years old. This record, man, when this thing dropped, talk about bands out in California and the Bay Area scene, Slayer was probably one of the, out of the big four, these guys were like the darkest, and this album does not pull any punches. I mean, look at this. These guys back in the heyday. Fucking, and all these years later, I could still put this on just the same way, and just it's still a ripper, man. It's still a ripper. It hits hard. It's fast. It's aggressive. Every song in here is just completely killer. Tormentor, Black Magic, Die by the Sword, title track. I mean, it's just Evil with No Boundaries. I even like the way they did the side 1 is 6, side 2 is 6/6. Get the whole package, man. You get the whole package. So what else we got? So there's some things that people sent my way. I got some VCLT and some stuff I've been holding onto that I thought it'd be a good time to show right here for you all. It's not all metal, so if you're just here for the metal, as usual, you can tune out or just stick around and just watch me be my usual dreadful self. So, one here I've been really enjoying. Brian Arkham sent this my way some time back. I keep bringing up Brian Arkham. He's a good buddy of mine. I wish he did videos, but I get it. But he does make his occasional live stream appearance and occasional specials with us. Thank you for that, Brian. So this is a classic heavy metal band, traditional heavy metal out of Lima, Peru. So this is a tape set my way called Sentencia. The album's called Hierro, which means iron. So sentence, iron, and you can just look at that. You can tell it's something from the 80s. So this actual release dropped in 1991. It's a one and done kind of band. I believe they dropped a few demos before this, and they pretty much, I don't know if they're still together or not. I don't know what the South American scene is usually like and how they keep up with this stuff. But anyway, just good stuff. It's not the highest grade production. It's very much you can tell they all recorded everything kind of probably in the same room and hit play and record and all that stuff. But it's still a fun listen if you like the charm of the early 90s heavy metal scene. It's all in Spanish. If you don't mind that, here's the jacket. Look at these guys. Quite cool. The only thing I don't understand is yeah, where's that picture? Yeah, right here. So in the middle here, like what is that guy in the middle doing? So it's just, I don't know, playing a little pocket pool. I don't know, or something. So yeah, but cool little listen, nice little relic of its time, and this is kind of stuff that people who don't normally look into the South American scene, you wouldn't know about releases like this, that have dropped. So this was reissued by what was it, Black Legion Records. So limited to 100 copies. But it should still be around. I just did a quick search and little distros here and there. Probably pick it up. I'm not sure where Brian got that copy. So we also have, I did pick up some Black Friday stuff, which I've never talked about or shown on this anytime last year. So maybe I'll just reserve that for January. I think January is a slow month anyway for a lot of video drops. So you're probably thinking, well, why are you waiting until now to do it? It's like, it's a slow month, you know what I mean? So why the hell not? We've all been caught up in countdown lists, top albums of 2023, and that kind of stuff to really, so that's been making the most noise. So when things kind of get a little slow, why not just talk about miscellaneous other things like that, like Black Friday buys, because I bought a lot. And so I also picked up some stuff from Hollow Ground Distro. So if you guys know Deonte, he hasn't done a YouTube video quite a long while, but he does run a shop. He has an Instagram page called Under the Knife, and so if you check out the Hollow Ground Distro shop, he's actually has some stuff on heavy discount. Definitely get in on that. So what I wanted to talk about is when you order from some of these guys who are sell sell items and have their own shops, they tend to throw in a freebie item here and there. Deonte's no different. I remember I purchased some stuff from him a little while back. He threw in this tape called Carcanio, and this is heavily discounted there right now. But he threw this in there, and it was actually a cool listen. It's called By Order of the Green Goddess. This shit right here, it's kind of they're from Italy, and it's kind of like it's psychedelic doom rock. It's really cool. So if you're into this kind of thing and you like doom rock with a bit of that psychedelic edge, these guys would definitely fit the bill. Carcanio. So there was that. So on my latest Black Friday pickups, so Deonte did something awesome. He threw in this record, and I heard of these guys, but I didn't know anything behind them. This is I guess what you call a sludgy. It's really dark, sludgy. I wouldn't really put them on the stoner, but if you're into that kind of stuff, I would say bands like Grief, you know, but this moves a little faster. This moves quite faster than Grief. It even moves quickly, something like Caius, but with the heaviness of something like I Hate God. It's punishing. I'm also thinking of bands, you know, that kind of in that vein. Heavy, dark sludge. Green Machine, and release is called Damn. So he also has his on heavy discount in his store right now. This shit right here came out in 1996. So those two other covers for the US issue and the Japanese issue. So one has like a girl with her head bashed in or something, and the other one's like a picture of a drain. This reissue uses this sort of new artwork, which is some cool stuff. I mean, look at this. This is a dark listen. If you like Church of Misery, it's, you know, so think of elements of Church of Misery wrapped them onto My Hey God with a little bit of Grief, but with the pace of something like Caius. I know, sounds strange, but it's cool shit. This is their debut album. They're still active. They got quite a few other albums under their belt, but and they came with this kind of cool little swirly red, I guess. Yeah, it's like this marble red. Cool color. So I was blown away, you know, that he threw something like this. Though I did buy quite a few things. That could have been a lot too. Yeah, there you go. So they came with this full color insert and lyrics and all kinds of stuff. So very awesome. So thank you for that, Deonte. So I will be also showing in a future video some of the pickups that I've gotten from his store. So don't overlook some of these smaller guys who sell some of these things. Just because you know, we get in our comfort zone of where we like to purchase our things. We go to Dark Cent or a $20 spin, Profound Lore. You know, sometimes these little guys who do these distros have some gems. Another one is Pat. So Ground Zero Salem. You know, he ran like a 30%. Oh, by the way, Deonte ran like a 50% sale during like Black Friday. 50%. And a lot of you guys missed out on that. I got some gems on there. I was just like, I felt bad that I'm getting 50% discount, but I know at the same time he's trying to clear some stock. So you know, we're scratching his back as much as he's scratching ours. So Pat at Ground Zero Salem, every time I order through there, he you know, it is one of those things. There's no expectation that there should be anything thrown in there, you know, in the box. But sometimes, you know, that could happen anywhere. And the big guys, you know, I've gotten stuff, freebies thrown in through Caligari and, you know, and other labels, you know, that came as a surprise. But it's always welcome, you know. But it's you know, when they do that. So Pat threw in this Urkel tape, and and this is a discography. It is 46 spite driven tracks. This is some cool Boston hardcore punk. Pretty much collects all their stuff. So you guys know Urkel's that general from Planet of the Apes. Very cool. So thank you for that, Pat. So no more freebies you threw in. Was this Rawhide, branded for life 7-inch, and this is actually has a member of Bestial Mockery. Yeah, they're kind of like a black thrash band. They out of Sweden. They're pretty heavy, aggressive stuff. But this right here, it's nothing's not anything like Bestial Mockery. This is it's more like garage punk, wrapped in sleaze. It's got quite a bit of Motorhead thrown in, so it's a bit of motor punk, with a lot of attitude. So this is 4 tracks. Look at that thing. Yeah, I say it's baseball bat time. And so it had the last track is Sanitarium Blues, which I thought was a cover. There's a song by Townes Van Zandt called Sanitarium Blues. So I thought that it was very odd for them to have such a cover in there, but it turns out it's not. It's just a coincidence. But the name is too on the nose. He also threw in this raw meat 7-inch. Just very fast, very energetic, more hardcore punk, quite raw, as the name implies here. Put out by Vinyl Rights. So really appreciate that, Pat. Thank you so much, man. I eat this stuff up, man. It's really fun listen. So I'm not quite sure what these guys are from, but very cool to add that to the collection. So I'll also be showing some things that are ordered through Ground Zero in a future video. And so let's keep this moving. I also got some stuff that I never showed on camera. And so this is some stuff that Marty Worm sent my way some time back, and I thought I just give it a quick mention. He sent me this Merg Gudotol record. It says limited to 300 copies. So this is some icy black metal out of Sweden. This is I think it's a 2-person crew, and it's pretty much I don't know. Like this is their second album. They put out one more after this one. They're about due for another album. So they're still active. Good stuff. I mean, it's nothing really what you call inventive. It's just good, well performed black metal. Kind of like stuff in the vein of Toka, with I hear elements of Shooter in here. Some of the familiar, I guess what you call sensibilities of bands like Kraft. What's he? Panfaji. So yeah, I hear some of that in there, which is really good stuff. So Merg, always good. So I plan to pick up all their other stuff. So thank you for that, Marty. He also threw in something band out of Texas called Vex, VEX. I don't believe they're not active anymore. The album's called Memorious. It has the most unassuming cover ever. Let me look at that thing. So you don't know what you're getting with this. So what is it? It's I want to call it melodic death metal, but it's not paint by the number stuff. It's very it's got elements of folk in there. When I was listening to this, there was some textures, a little bit of progressive elements thrown in there, very slight, but they deviate from what you call the stuff you would expect from bands like At the Gates, or In Flames, like these guys kind of add a little of their own twist, a little bit of the Americana kind of stuff in there. As a matter of fact, I think it's the drummer. He's a member of Obsequiae, who actually plays in this, which is again also caught my attention. So I did not know about this project. So very cool. This was a co-release with HPGD. HPGD, who are based out of Philadelphia, but they pull out a lot of stuff. And Eihwaz Recordings. You guys know Eihwaz Recordings. The fella Jim, you know him from the Wednesday night album club at Heavy Metallurgy, and was involved with the co-release of this. He runs his own shop, Eihwaz Recordings. So if I can find a link, I'll leave it in there. I don't know if it's still active, if he's doing a lot with that, I guess Distro, but I know that he does have some stuff on there, and this was put out through that. Fun listen, definitely check it out. How I described it sounds like your kind of thing. And what else? So this right here, Pentagram. I guess First Days Here. It's kind of a compilation of the early Pentagram stuff. So nobody sent this one my way, but the original release of this had a 7-inch, and from the when they were called Macabre. Pentagram had I guess a 7-inch, and when it was released to Relapse, they included that original 7-inch. Well, obviously when they were under Macabre, but then later pressings of this got rid of that 7-inch. So by the time I knew about this, I missed out on that. So when you try to go back and find those pressings with the included 7-inch, it goes for quite a bit of money. So I gave up on that pursuit. But lo and behold, Alan of Let's Talk Metal and Heavy Metallurgy. So thank you, Alan, another buddy of mine, and sent this my way last year, and I was completely my jaw hit the floor. And he sent this my way, and it's just like not an exact reproduction, but it's pretty good. Macabre. There you go. It even came with the little adapter, like the way it would back in the day. Uh, so awesome, man. He's got the Relapse logo on there, so you know it's the reissue version, not the OG. But I don't know uh, what powers he prayed to be able to obtain a copy of this. But he was generous enough to send this my way, and I'm forever grateful, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. This feels complete to me now. So yeah, as far as the production on this, it does sound very much of its time. It's not doesn't sound like a doom metal kind of thing. It sounds more like old doom rock. It's kind of garagey sounding, which very appropriate for its time period. But a lot of this stuff, it's from the '70s, and you kind of what you'd expect. But it's cool that he sent that my way. So yeah, to keep this going. So this thing right here, my good friend, not a member of the VC, longtime friend, we go way back, my friend Melissa, has come to her attention that I'm a big Pat Benatar fan, but I did not own. I got all her albums, but I was missing one in particular on vinyl, and that was her last one from the '80s. So she discreetly sent this "Wide Awake in Dreamland" vinyl my way, and so thank you so much, Melissa. It completes my my Pat Benatar, at least all the albums I really care about, my way. This was her last album to really reach the top of the charts. All Fired Up was the big single on this. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff on here. One Love is a good track. Was it Too Long a Soldier? Yeah, it's just original analog studio recording. Yeah, good stuff. So thank you, Melissa. Fucking awesome. I didn't have to do that, but she felt like my collection would have been quite a sad panda without it. All right. Next up, my good buddy Scott Wilcox has a channel, No Solution, and sent the box my way. Actually, I knew he went to a show. He went to go see Acid Witch at Halloween weekend. I think it was that Saturday of Halloween weekend. And I have yet to see Acid Witch. I would love to see Acid Witch, but they just don't come around my way. So he asked me if I would like a copy of the latest Acid Witch record. I already had it on CD, but I didn't have a vinyl of it. And I kind of reluctantly said, yeah, if you're around, it'd be cool to have a copy. He was already there, and he was already going to pick up his own merch. He did a video showing his Acid Witch collection. He's got basically everything by this band. Acid Witch it's not for everybody. They're quite the kooky band. They don't take themselves too seriously. They're kind of that style of dark death metal that's kind of a little psychedelic. As their name implies, Acid Witch. Feels like a bad acid trip, at times, but they're fun. But he sent me a box, and lo and behold, it wasn't just an Acid Witch record. So I actually Had to sit in there thinking it was just an Acid Witch record. Turns out he sent me a bunch of other shit, and then I didn't even know about. I got so caught up with everything else that I didn't even get around to the box. And so here I am. So let me show you what he included in here. I'll stop rambling. So he sent me this CD called Phasm, Phazm, Antebellum Death and Roll. Never heard of this, but you look at the back, it's pretty fun. I mean, look at that. Some kooky ass shit. Yeah, so what's interesting is they put the hype sticker right on the actual artwork on it. So for some reason, I don't mind it. You know, anything else with fucking elaborate, you know, amazing artwork, you could throw something like that on there. On the actual prints would be kind of annoying. Let me see. Okay, yeah, no, that's a separate thing. Okay, so yeah, so it's do have a sleeve, but it does also have a separate booklet here. So yeah, so what the hell does it say? Phasm lets loose a rampage of dark, sometimes humorous death metal meets rock and roll that will no doubt have most metal fans coming back for more. Recommended for fans of Motorhead, Entombed, Dark Throne, and Impaled Nazarene. This sounds up my alley, man. This is completely on my alley. I've never heard these guys. I can't wait to check it out. I have not popped it in yet. So, is this a DVD? It was put out by Osmos. Yeah, I think this is it's a CD. Yeah, it's a CD and a DVD. Huh? He does some shit. Is this like an audio DVD or is this like a video? Yeah, it's probably a video. There's probably some live shit going on here. All right, dude, I'm completely pumped to check this out. All right, let's keep it moving. So we also got he included in here. Okay, so look at that. It could be black metal. It could be. It just looks like something Brodequin would do. Brodequin has that. They like to do the sort of what do you call it? Those wood carved kind of torture depictions and things like that under artwork. I don't know if it's brutal death metal. Let me see. Stonehaven, Concerning Old Strife and Man's Banes. Oh, put out by HPGD. There you go. Catalog number 43. Okay, yeah. So this is from back from 2012. This is a old HPGD release. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I'm not sure what it is. Is it black metal? Could be. Maybe I'll leave a little description. So yeah, thank you for that. It looks cool. Can't wait to see what it is. Oh yes, this right here. This is something I have been wanting, and called Dead War. It's another early, not as early, but HPGD release. I've been trying to get a copy of this. I got it one of those HPGD grab $30 for $30 grab boxes, hoping this would be in there, and it wasn't in there. So I was like, I'll just grab it later separately, and I never got around to it. This is some killer death metal. It's a little on the more brutal side. It's very dirty. It's if you like Morbid Angel with a little deicide for good measure, these guys kind of fall right in that vein. A little Angel Corpse. This is definitely up your alley. Dead War, The Triumph of Death. There you go. I mean, look at that cover. It tells you everything. So thank you for that, Scott. I didn't know about this one. I did want this one, and finally do. He also threw in 2 CDs by the same band. I do know this band. This is Gloria Belly. I never know how to say it. So this is Gators Rumble, Chaos on Furls, and look at that. And this is a later release, and this is an earlier one here. And this is Manifesting the Raging Beast. These guys, I don't even know how to describe their sound. It's black metal, but it's quite experimental. They try, like I said, as being a French black metal act, I mean, they don't sound like Sanotaf or anything like that. They kind of have their own thing going on. Uh, the early stuff's a little more straightforward on the black metal side. As their catalog progresses, they get quite stranger. But I haven't listened to these guys in quite a long time though, so I don't know how it would stand up to my ears today. So I'm looking forward to popping these in and see if it still holds up for me. But thank you for that. So piqued my curiosity again. We also got 2 sleeves here, and he also threw in. Okay, so this is this first one here is Cradle of Filth, the beginning of filthness. I guess these are bootlegs. Not sure. Still cool to see. This looks like some old demo material. I mean, look at that thing. And so at least I get the backs and the fronts. I could probably throw these in a proper jewel case at some point. So it's a CDR. I get stuff like this. When I order through like Paragon Records or something like that, they'll throw in like a freebie. Sometimes it'll be stuff like this, which is it's fine. These early Cradle of Filth demos are actually pretty good. It's the production is quite raw, but they were a very different kind of band back in the day. I mean, this stuff kind of just falls in line. It's more death metal than really of the black metals, gothic, symphonic stuff they later became down the line. But very cool. I can't wait to check it out and revisit some of this. What else? So the other disc was also, I think it's some more demos. Yeah. Oh, Dark Angel. Dark Angel, Shell Shock. It looks like it's 84 demo, Hell on Its Knees, Dark Angel, and Shell Shock, 83 demo, Into the Inferno. Dark Angel used to be called Shell Shock, so that was, I guess, when it went under the other name, and then later they changed to Dark Angel and released that other demo, another CDR. Very cool. I actually am not familiar with the demos, so can't wait to see what kind of stuff they were putting out before they pumped out their debut. So very, very cool. He also threw in some Blu-rays. So I'm not familiar with this movie. The Apocalypse Has Begun, Dead Shadows, a film by David Kolua. If you guys know what this is it any good? I mean, if Scott threw it in here, it must be good, right? I mean, Scott, definitely a horror movie fan. Looks like a thriller, horror, something along those lines. Looks cool. It looks like there's a meteor or something about to hit. Something apocalyptic, maybe. Yeah, can't wait to check it out. Cool. Thank you so much. And he threw in one more Blu-ray, and this was all right. So when I opened the box and I saw this in there, I was like, oh yeah, this is the one I've been looking for. Is it their best one? Probably not. If you consider all the other movies in their what do you call it, that they've released. So this is Puppet Master. Yeah, The Littlest Reich. And it's still in the string too. Holy shit, man. This actually works. So I'll explain in a minute. So this was written by a good buddy in the VC, Craig Zoller. So you guys know Craig Zoller. He actually has appeared on the Heavy Metallurgy episodes a couple of times, and very passionate about. He's as passionate about music as he is about movies, and this guy knows his shit, man. He's really quite knowledgeable, quite passionate about all the stuff he's into, and it was very cool. He was able to work with Charles Band and throw something like this together. So can't wait to. I don't remember much of it. I have to go back and rewatch this. So it's been a little while. So I did pick up the Puppet Master 12 Blu-ray collection. This thing's still in the shrink. Look at that. It's got almost all their movies. Look at that. But it does not include The Littlest Reich. So now my collection feels a little more complete. Look at that. Look what you did, Scott. Look what you did, man. So, yeah, I gotta take the time and really crack this shit and just fucking binge on Puppet Master. I loved Puppet Master. I loved watching it back in the day. Some a little more than others, but the first, I would say probably the first 4 or 5 are like the ones that hit the best for me. But yeah, it's just a cool little series. Is it the best horror movie in the world? No, it's a camp. Sure, it can be, but especially as the budget gets lower, uh, it does get quite a bit cheesy. So yeah, so we're almost done with the Scott stuff, I believe. He did throw in a note in here, and yeah, so cool, man. So appreciate that. So let's see what we got here. So we got this uh, box. So let me go ahead. I got my trusty blade. Oh yeah, he did mention this, that there would be a box set in here. It was a band from Peru, Hades, Guerrero de la Muerte, and he threw a box set in here. Wow, man, seriously? Cool. Okay. Not sure what that says, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is some. Yeah, this is some vicious, probably very. I would imagine it's very raw South American stuff. It looks like it is. Thank you, man. I was not expecting this at all. I either you already have a copy or this is just not your cup of tea. So one or the other. But either way, I mean, okay, nuclear war now. Put this out. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm familiar with the kind of stuff that they release. Peruvian death metal. I imagine has blackened elements. I can already see it. Um, I might have even listened to this sometime back. Can't tell you much if what I remember. Okay, so we got another one here. This one has to. I'm sure this one is the Acid Witch. So let's go ahead and open that up. Oh yeah, there it is. Ooh. Rot Among Us. Good stuff. Love this band. And limited to 1,000. He asked me which variant I would like, for him to pick up at the show. I told him, hey man, I'm good with whatever. Yeah, it'd be nice to have it on vinyl. So yeah. So Roger, if you're watching, feast your eyes, man. uh, I know I'm giving you slack. Roger doesn't like Halloween. This band's all about Halloween, and and all the kookiness of it, and it's colored vinyl, which is not his exact flavor, and it's candy corn. I think a lot of us would probably agree it's like the worst tasting candy, or just the least favorite of the pile that we would like to get thrown in our bag during trick or treating. But wow, they really nailed that color though. Look at that, just like candy corn. Thank you so much, Scott. Man, this is fun band. Again, it's just very kooky stuff. Awesome production. This is my favorite one of theirs. Uh, this came out in 2022. I haven't spent as much time with it as some of their other ones, of course, but it's a fun listen. It's always a fun listen. I know that Shagrat, the guy who he's in the band, and but he also does the artwork for some of this. Look how nasty that is. Just some cool stuff. But I don't know, Roger. If you have not listened to this, I'd still say check it out, man. Hey, you might be surprised. Stoned is probably among my favorite. What was the last one? Screaming. Shit, I think but the last one. Um, it's probably right below Stoned for me. But yeah. So that is the Scott stash. The stash. See, I told you I can't speak tonight. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So right here, I got a package from Low noise Jason Skilz. Jason, man, you didn't have to do this. I know I say that every time, but this came as a surprise. He asked for my address. He said he wanted to send something. I had no idea what it would be or what. I said, yeah. So, and he's also based out of Canada, which is wouldn't make for the cheapest shipping down to here. But he felt that he would send something my way that I would definitely dig. I have not actually opened it yet, so decided to do the unveiling here and package it in this cool metalhead box envelope right here. Let me look at that. That's pretty fucking awesome, man. Thank you so much, Jason. I don't know what's in here, but man, just a gesture alone. So Jason has his own, I guess, production label, Low Noise Productions, right here. So it's lownoiseproductions.com, in case you can't make out what that URL is. So quite cool, man. So yeah, let's see what's in here. I've been babbling long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and do the grand unveiling. So cool. Even taped VCLT in the back. Man. So he one of the dudes, and I've talked about him before. You know, I've entered his contest, and the guy really is into all kinds of stuff. Very knowledgeable about music, and you could talk about just about every genre, man. Like, the guy's into punk, rock, electronic. He does DJ. I know he's posted some footage of him doing some gigs and whatnot. So definitely a dude you can hang and have a conversation with about just about anything. So love his personality, man. The guy's just all around. So man, he's ever down in the area, man, you gotta hit me up, man, so we can hang, man. Talk about music, maybe do a little shopping. So okay, I probably imagine it's probably CDs in here based on the size of the package. Okay, so oh some tapes. All right, shit. Left the sticker. His production company there, Low Noise Productions. I guess if techno, synth, experimental, noise, industrial. There you go. Bam, that's his bag. So let's check out these tapes that I clumsily dropped. Okay. Oh, Death Disco's Transmit. Death Disco Volume 8. Okay. And this is is this a mixtape? I think it's a mixtape. Look at this. All right. Volume 8. So you've been doing this a little while. If you're the one that put this together. Mortiferum, Carter to the Void, Aaron Dillaway, The Stranglers, Vandals, Hair Abu, Last Step, Joey Arias, Dieform, Winter, is that from New York? Faust, okay. Zovia France, Greg Beato, some Bolt Thrower, Warcry, The Weirdos, Proud Scum, Two Boy Army, John Carpenter, Grassfoot. Wow, man, that's quite a mix. All right, this is gonna be my early 2024 listen. Can't wait to spin this, man. Pop that tape in, should I say? And this right here looks like it's still sealed. And this is Me Fayette Dark Turn. Can't quite make out what this is. Me Fayette. Is that French? Pitfall, Saboteur, Floating Weeds, Facade, It's Not Up to Me, Dark Turn, Clouded, Another Life, Wet Floor. It's this Punk, Crust, Death Crust, something crusty. Okay, looks interesting though. Love that artwork, man. Pretty cool. Looks dark as hell, man. Pills Records. Love that pill. It's got the biohazard kind of image in there, if you can make out what that is. Very cool. And then in here, he included looks like some flyers, more stickers. And this is Bent Window Records. This is a 2023 release. Looks like 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 a 2023 rele Cool artwork. And then also included another tape. Very cool. Okay. Motherwood im Zeikender Dunkelheit. It's German. It looks like some black metal. All right. Atmospheric depressive black metal. It says it right there. Oh yeah, man. I'm all about that, man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So this is tape number 24 out of 100. So this is some limited run stuff, still in the shrink. Thank you so much, man. This definitely looks interesting. 2023, made in Canada. Okay, so looks like some German black metal made in Canada. All right, I'll have to let you know my thoughts, man. This looks really, really interesting. It sounds up my alley. Okay, and there's some papers in here, and a CD. DJ Jason Skilz. There you go. There's your card, man. I knew you had something like that in there. All right, man. If I'm ever throwing a wedding party or something, man, I gotta contract you. Low Noise Productions, Ambivalent 2. So you put this out. I'm not quite sure what it is though. February, released on limited cassette February 2018. Okay, so ambient noise, experimental drone synths. Okay, is this like a compilation of some sort? Ambivalent 2. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, yeah, there's some names here. Transmit, John Vaughn, White Noises, Damascus, Stan K, Compactor, Petrolio, Ritual, Religious Order. I'm not familiar with a lot of these names. Definitely have to dive in and see what all this is about. Cool, man. You know me, man. I can get down with a lot of this stuff, man. This is I'm all over the map, just like you, man. Maybe not as eclectic as you, or as knowledgeable when it comes to stuff way outside there. But it doesn't mean I can't dig it. Cool little booklet. We're all fucked. So this is number 18 out of 25. It's just like a companion to that CD, I think. I'm not quite sure, but it looks like it's some images of different outdoor stuff. Oh, okay. So this is another. This is like little zines for you. So this is that was number 99. This is number 8. State of affairs. This is Poutine politics, and it's more random and crazy imagery of stuff. So hey Rick, love the channel. Happy holidays. Here's some mixtapes, label stuff. I should have read this first, right? Label stuff and zines. Me Fayed is from Canada, Quebec. Oh, okay. On Pills label. Yep. The CD is a noise ambient, etc. compilation on my new low noise production label. Okay. Yep. It is a compilation. Thank you so much, man. Any kind of left a note on this. So shout out to Jason, Low Noise, Jason Skilz. Quite awesome. I'll definitely be diving into this, man. So cool. Wait to start out the year. So I got one more piece of VCLT before we wrap all this up from somebody you might know. So yeah, let's see what we got. Yeah, so my last show of the year, we went down to the Underground Arts in Philadelphia. I met up with my buddy Jeff from the Gas Masks and Hand Grenades channel, and his daughter Lauren, and also Patrick from the channel Heavy Therapy made it down to the show. Him and his partner Natalie. Thank you for coming down, and I was able to hang out and meet you there, Patrick. Very, very cool. So band Cognitive opened up the show a little more on the brutal side, and then Outer Heaven, which is a local band, put out a really good release last year too, and we're next up. And then the headlining act, Horrendous, which made my number 3 pick of album of the year for 2023. More on the progressive side of death metal, and again, another local band. Had to go there to support. Very, very cool. So I'm glad that Jeff made it down, and Patrick, and we were able to, um, have a good night. So, but Jeff brought some items down that he thought I would enjoy. I think he had some extras. He ordered some extras. Jeff, you bumbled and ordered an extra of something, man. So he said, I know the guy that would appreciate this, and he's not wrong. So yeah, a Saigon Kick, the Lizard. So he thought I would really love this. So I do know this band. This is some hard rock, heavy rock from Florida. I forget exactly where from Florida, but this is their second album, probably their most successful album. So I only had a copy of their debut years ago, but I purged it with a lot of other stuff, and I hate that I did that. But yeah, this is the one that's known for their big ballad. What is it? Uh, Love is on the way. But they're, don't discount these guys, man. These guys are heavy as shit. Like they can definitely get there. There are moments when they sound like Alice in Chains, and there's moments there when they sound like Skid Row. There's moments in here when I mean, it does sound very much like a product of its time, given the production and everything. But these guys are balls out. A good act, man. There's some really good riffs in here. That song Peppermint Tribe. If you can listen to that song, check out Peppermint Tribe. That is some heavy stuff. Uh, but the band, I think, eventually called it quits in the late '90s. I don't Are they back together again? I don't even know. I don't remember. But this is a band that I know has associations with the '90s, with especially through this album. And then he also gave me 2 CDs, which are still sealed. So I'm gonna definitely looking forward to diving into this. This is some psychedelic rock out of Australia. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I did not own anything by these guys. I was definitely aware of them, and I meant to get around to checking them out. I think Jeff too, right? You meant to check these guys out, and somehow you ended up with extras. So this is the Flying Microtonal Banana. Yeah, it sounds very much like like something a psych band would name their album. Let me look at that thing. Cool artwork. And then another copy of the same band. So this is their Polygonal Wonderland CD. Let me look at that thing. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I love stuff that takes me to Pluto, man. I want to go to Pluto. These albums will definitely do it. And then he gave me a deluxe edition of so you know like I said, not everything here is going to be metal, but this is a band that put out some really good stuff back in the day. I grew up hearing Alan Parsons' Project on the radio. We all know For the Eye in the Sky, a song that was like the biggest hit. But the album before that was the Turn of a Friendly Card right here. And so if you know Jeff, he's definitely a deluxe box set kind of guy. And he generously uh, gave me his extra copy. Yeah, he accidentally ordered 2. I forget what the exact story was, but holy shit, man! This is I'm floored, man. So it includes a Blu-ray, a bunch of separate takes. There is a recording session, bonus tracks, 5:1 surround mix. I guess that's from the Blu-ray. And then Eric Wolfson's songwriting diaries. Eric Wolfson was the other guy behind Alan Parsons. So Alan Parsons himself, Eric Wolfson was the other guy. Wolfson ended up I think he made his full singing lead vocal appearance on this album. He sang backup vocals, I think, on beforehand. This band is known for doing the concept albums. They did I, Robot, and this one's a concept album on gambling. And then their debut album was about Edgar Allan Poe. So yeah, very creative. If you're willing to give it the time and patience, if you're not familiar with this band, if you're younger, there's some really meaty stuff here to explore. Games People Play was one of the hit singles off this. That song Time, that fucking song Time. I remember this. you know, if there's a song that will make you cry, man, it's just that song "Time" will definitely pull your heartstrings. It's such a deep song. Put it on, trust me. That song "Time." It's it's just so well done. And as far as the production, all Alan Parsons shit. It's very well done, very well produced. Alan Parsons started out. He's the guy who was behind the mixing and mastering of Abbey Road. Goes back to the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, which also has a song called Time. So the guy knows what he's doing, man. So he actually, they wanted Alan Parsons to do "Wish You Were Here" after the success of Dark Side of the Moon, but he turned it down so that he could start this project here, and it's been pretty successful for him. Put a few albums. The heyday was pretty much late '70s, all the way up to the through the '80s, and Eric Wolfson himself has passed away from cancer, so they, of course, no longer active. But they left us a good legacy, and an album like this, just killer, man. So thank you so much, Jeff. This shit is appreciated very much. So yeah, so this is the stuff I wanted to talk about and just show. And as usual, and Dreadful Rick fashion, I tend to go long-winded and too long in my fucking videos. I need to be more like Roger Kjørvik. Just get in, get out, you know, show my shit, and give my thoughts and keep it moving. But I suck at it. But thank you so much for all of you hanging on, and just looking forward for another year and more shit. Stuff coming up. Show you a bit of my pickups as usual. I'm gonna try to be a little more punctual with my videos. I know I tend to fucking drag on. I shouldn't, but I do, you know. And oh, heavy metallurgy. So Marty and Alan are taking over the metal tag this year. The metal tag 2024. The Rock Scout Scott is taking a break this year. So if anybody who doesn't know yet, there are 20 questions, and I would love to see all your responses to those questions. It looks like it's a fun one. I know not everybody can answer all questions in an easy manner, depending on how it's worded, but everything's open to interpretation. Very happy to know that Alan and Marty are the ones behind it this year. I think it's very cool. I think that Metal Mickey, he did this really long live stream, and it kind of was talking about it, and went on for quite long. I remember he was streaming, went to check, some hour or two later, he was still on. It was like, this is very unusual. You would think he went to go get more wine. Everybody's very happy, and it was just the spirit of the community. It's just so awesome, and I think that's kind of what kicked things off, at least in my mind. But yeah, so I'll be putting my hat in the ring on this and just giving my responses. And now that it's January, we ain't got shit to do. The holidays is over. We all are looking forward to just seeing what's going to be happening while we're waiting for new awesome releases to drop, right? So yeah, keep it dreadful. Happy 2024, and things are looking up, I think. So I can feel it already. So I'll catch you all later. Catch you on the next one. Thank you, everybody. Those who just have been so awesome in the community, and all the shout outs and everything, Kellen and everybody else. So it's just too many names to mention. I'll save that for another video. So I'll leave it as it is. So I am out.